everyone. Okay, we're on the next step, and this is the way of the ninja, step 8. Now you might be saying to yourself, the way of the ninja in how to be a samurai. Well, if you don't know, or you haven't kept up with, or you're not aware of my channel and you just come across this playlist, then basically the ninja are the espionage arm of samurai armies. They are made up of different classes of people, from samurai all the way down to low common folk, and it depends on what their job is as to where they are in the social system, or where they are in the social system may dictate their job. But overall, the shinobi no mono, were a part of a samurai army, and you should understand the ways of deception if you're on the way of the samurai. So one of the things you should understand is that ninja is actually pronounced shinobi no mono, and the ways of the ninja are pronounced shinobi no jutsu, not ninjutsu. Of course, we say ninja and ninjutsu because they're common popular words today, but traditionally or historically they would have been known as shinobi no mono and shinobi no jutsu. Now, the ways of the ninja are very much based on Sun Tzu's Art of War. Now, we have to be careful here. It's not all based on the Art of War, but it's the 5 fundamental spies. But for you guys, you don't have to think of these as spies, but think of them as information. A spy basically equates to information. So you've got 5 types of spy, and let's quickly go through them. So you get local information. Now, local information comes from the enemy, not from your local area, from the enemy's local area. So if there's butchers and bakers or people working for the enemy, but they are not on the inside of the enemy's plans, they are not literally high-ranking government members or anything like that, or people in the organization, then it's known as local information or local spies. These are people who are in the area, they know where the places are, they know what the weather's like, they know about the local festivals and who's who, just general, the information you have about your own area, so somebody else has about their area. So if you want information about somewhere else, speak to local people, get some local information. Internal information or inward spies. This is the idea that somebody who works for the enemy or the opposition or the other group is in the know. They have inside information, and you want to hire one of those. You're looking to hire somebody on the inside. You're looking to convert them to your way, but they are not converted spies. Converted spies are the next thing. So remember, inward spies or internal information is information you can get from anyone who works inside the main sphere of what you're trying to observe. Converted means that when somebody's trying to get information from you, then whoever the spy that comes over or somebody who comes over, you convert them and send them back as a double agent. So converted spies or converted information is when people come to you, you turn it around and send it back. And this leads on to the doomed spy. So next we have false information or doomed spies. So basically, you want to tell the enemy something that's wrong, and you might use a converted spy or converted information to send it back, but you often send false information. You'll let this trickle back with true information as well. So some things, remember we talked in an earlier video about sometimes allowing a victory to happen, even let the enemy have a victory. You do this by letting the wrong information out so that they come in, they gain their victory, but then you swoop in and do it. So there's always misinformation whenever you're handling both information going that way and coming this way. You're handling false information as well as true information. Surviving spies. Now these are your full ranked shinobi no mono, your ninja. Basically this means people who are very well trained to go and get information. So you've got all the other 4 types of spy, but you need the one type of spy to go around and get them all. So this is somebody who would be a specialist in your organization on information. So somebody may sit as a computer, they may be trudging through all the different types of Facebook groups or Instagram posts, or they may physically be out there talking to people, but basically living information is the focal point of, or the person who's trying to gather all the information together into a single point. Now you should build a profile on everybody. That includes your own people and the enemy or the opposition. Now a good general knows what's going on in his or her force and what's going on in the opposition's force. So if you're in a leadership position, try to get information coming back and make sure you build profiles of the people you are interested in. Find out what makes them tick. what they are interested in, and what's happening in their lives. Now, you also have to learn how to get secrets out of people or information. Now, there are multiple ways to do this, so I'll go through with you here. Now, one way is to get information is to get something deliberately wrong. When you're talking to someone, if you say something and you see that you have to be careful here. If this person is over polite, they won't correct you. But if it's the type of person that likes to correct people, then say something wrong and they will correct you with the correct information. And then you can learn the information. So you say something, so you pick a subject about what you want to know, or you find out what you want to know, and you say something wrong and let them correct you with the correct information. And then you go home, write it all down, and you have that information. Another way is flattery, but you have to be careful here. Flattery can come across as a little bit too much. So you have to build up a nice, easy, flowing blend and relationship with the person and flatter them in a good way, in a subtle way, so that they feel happy around you and that they're willing to talk about the separate things. Next is befriend their trusted friends. So if you want information out of someone, don't go direct to them. Go to their friends and become excellent friends with their friends. And they'll introduce you indirectly, and they'll talk about you indirectly, and you'll gain information indirectly. And if that person trusts you, they'll tell your true target that they trust you, which means the target will trust you. So you build up friendship groups within their network, and you can take more information. And the last one is eavesdropping, genuinely overhearing conversations, and you can piece together a lot of information just by listening to the correct public conversations. This is public information, and when you bring it in, you can build a lovely picture of the inside. You should always present a false front. Don't always show exactly what you are thinking and doing. This is like, keep your cards close to your chest. Of course, you have to be an honest, open person, but you don't let everything out, and some things you do let out seem to be a little bit wrong, if you know what I mean. You put something up. This in ancient China is called, and Japan is called kyojutsu, which is the idea that there's false things and true things mixed together to create your front, so that you always appear truthful, but you're not always open, so everybody doesn't exactly know what's going on, and they're worried about what will happen if they tread the wrong way. So this is one of the skills you should learn about what truth to put forward. But in addition to that, you should always appear honest. So remember that the job of a shinobi is to actually lie at the correct time. So when it's not the correct time to lie, you tell the truth. Tell the truth about as many things as possible. Really do become a person known for telling the truth. And when it's needed, you can spin a lie and it's believed. And this will help unbalance the opposition. Gossip mongering is actually something you shouldn't be doing. So what you should avoid doing in the way of the ninja is just chat gossip, saying what they said, talking behind their back. Of course, information gathering is needed, but if you're openly seen to be a gossiper, people will stop giving you secrets. If you are very truthful, very honest, and pretty much try to avoid gossiping, people will trust you and give you their secrets. So always remember that. Just gossiping may be getting information, but it might not give you the correct information. You need to attach yourself to somebody who does gossip, but in secret or through somebody else, so you can glean that information. But on the whole, present yourself as very honest and trustworthy. Find out what people really want. Sometimes people won't put forward what they're actually after. So you might think, oh, money will work, or prestige will work, or, sort of feelings or emotions will work. They might want love, sex, gambling. There's all sorts of things people want, but actually they might be hiding that fact. So do a little bit of research, do a little bit of digging, and find out what the enemy truly wants before you offer bait. Now, magic and magical craft comes under the way of the ninja, but on the whole, magic exists in Japan all the way through, from Shinto, Buddhist magic, but of course there's good magic and bad magic, and here the shinobi really do tend to deal with dark magic. So you have to start thinking about dark magic itself, what forms of dark magic you will take. And here we've got on page 146 the different types of magic. So we've got anti-magic magic, magic to draw people out, dream magic, demonic magic, destruction magic, hiding magic, indestructible object magic, information magic, pre-mission magic, relationship magic, sleep magic, and travel magic. They are all the types of magic that shinobi do. So if you get involved with that, it will help you understand what types of spells you would have to do if you're running the way of the shinobi. Okay, guys, let's look at action points. Right, let's go through them. So step 8, adopt the way of the ninja. Action points. So build your own ninja team. So, of course, you've got to sort of have people to gather information. Create psychological profiles on other people and adapt your behavior accordingly. Use ninja tactics or techniques to get others to divulge their secrets. Behave honestly and appear to be a good character. Present a false front to deceive your enemies. Find out what people really want and study dark magic. Those are the essence or the points or essences of the way of the ninja. Remember, the way of the ninja is the dark, subtle underside of samurai life, and it's what should be done to deceive your enemy. So sometimes if you're thinking, oh, it's not a good way, or is that the path of purity, or is that really going to help me karmically? Actually, it's put there so that you can do something correct. Many ancient samurai say that if ninjutsu is used in a negative way to do negative or to bring about negative outcomes, it's not ninjutsu, it's evil. But if it's done to produce harmony in the world, even though the actions are dark, then it is a correct thing to do. It's about the intention. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We'll do it next time with step number 9.